Hey guys, how's it going? This is Carl, and this is week 6, problem number 3. We'll go ahead and get started. From a survey of coworkers, you find that 51% of the 250 have already received this year's flu vaccine. An approximate 95% confidence interval is 0.447 and 0.573. Which of the following are true? So what we're going to do is we're going to go line item, going question A, question B, and kind of hashing out whether or not this is true or not, each statement rather. So part A. 95% of the coworkers fall in the interval. This is not accurate, and it actually doesn't make sense because remember, when you say 95% confidence, it means that you are investigating 95% of the samples will fall within the confidence interval. These values right here, that 95% of the sample will be here, and that captures the true proportion. Now the sample proportion's up here, 51 out of 250, and you're trying to ascertain whether or not, with a 95% degree of certainty, if the population is the true proportion. So that's kind of a key distinction. So this statement doesn't make sense and doesn't flow with what's being stated in the question. Part B. We are 95% confident that the proportion of workers who have received this vaccine is between this. This is exactly true. This is what it is. This is what the question is getting after. That with a 95% degree of certainty, you are sure that 95% of the proportion will receive the vaccine falling between this. So, part C is there is a 95% chance that a random selected coworker has received the vaccine. And for this question, part C, there's not enough information to make absolute statements about the population. Because we just don't have that much information to actually make any statistical inferences about the population itself outside of this proportionality. Part D, there is a 51% chance that a randomly selected coworker has received the vaccine, and that's similarly, it's not true. There's not enough information to make that statement. There's not enough information based on this to infer statistically that 51% of the entire population, let alone the sample size. So there's not enough information for part D. Part E, we are 95% confident that between 44 and 57% of the samples will have a proportion near 51%. And actually, again, this is not true. This is not actually flowing very well with the question itself. Confidence interval is not about population. It's about samples. It's about population proportions, not sample proportions. And what does that mean? Why? Well, because we are already given the sample proportion up here. Our sample proportion is 51 out of 250. We're trying to figure out with a 95% confidence interval to make an inference of the population itself. So it's a key distinction when doing the work for this question. So we hope this helps. Just let us know if you have any questions along the way. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.